Good morning, children. Today we will start with the next chapter, that is chapter number 3, which is Economic Reforms 1991. These reforms since 1991 we are following, and these reforms are also known as New Economic Policy. Now we had seen that since 1950 till 1990, we had formulated certain policies, certain reforms were adopted in industrial sector, agriculture sector, in foreign trade. Even after that, we had seen the failures of the planning period. Those failures of the planning period resulted in the need for new economic policy. Now we will study what are the needs for adoption of new economic policy. There would be some reasons due to which we are adopting the new economic policy in 1991. Let's see what those needs are. The first need for the new economic policy was there was increase in fiscal deficit. Now, what is fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit is the difference between total expenditure and total receipts excluding borrowings. From these total receipts, we will subtract borrowings amount, and that will be subtracted by total expenditure to get the fiscal deficit. Now there we can also say that fiscal deficit is equal to borrowings. This we will also study in our macroeconomics chapter of government budget. There we will study it in detail. But as of now, you can learn that fiscal deficit is also referred to as borrowings. Now, since fiscal deficit represents the status of country in borrowings, if there is increase in fiscal deficit, we can also say that the country's borrowings was increasing. The borrowings will never be considered for any country a positive sign, and there was increase in fiscal deficit to 8.4% of GDP. This was the alarming condition for India. The second need why the new economic policies were required was there was adverse balance of payments. Now the question arises, what is balance of payments? Balance of payments refers to economic transactions with the rest of the world. The normal residents, when they transact with rest of the world, the economic transactions that are referred to as balance of payments. Basically, it includes imports and exports of visible and invisible goods, unilateral transfers, and financial transactions. Now, there was increase in imports. We were importing the necessity goods, and the imports were very high for India, whereas we had seen that during the planning period, there was decrease in exports. The reason for decrease in exports could be that the Indian produced goods, the domestic goods, were not able to compete with the international standards in terms of money as well as in terms of quality. Due to this, we had seen decrease in exports and there was increase in imports. The difference between imports and exports resulted in adverse balance of payments. Then the third need why we needed the new economic policy was there was fall in foreign exchange reserves. Through exports, we will get the foreign exchange, that is the foreign currency. That out of that received foreign currency, some foreign exchange will be kept by the central bank with them as reserve. Now, during the planning period, since there was increase in imports, decrease in exports, the supply of foreign exchange fell. The demand for foreign exchange increased since there was increase in imports, and due to this, the reserves which the RBI had maintained, that reserves was used to make the payment of their import bills. And because of that, till 1990, we had seen that our foreign exchange reserves fell drastically and we were not having the reserves to meet our imports bills for even 1 week. The another reason why we needed new economic policy in 1991 was rising prices. We had seen that there was continuous rise in prices which resulted in inflation. The inflation was held in an Indian economy because of rapid increase in money supply. One of the major reasons for increase in money supply was the government started deficit financing in an increased flow. Deficit financing is borrowing the money from the RBI, that is central bank, and the central bank to provide the funds to the government was continuously printing the fresh currency. That was one of the major reasons why there was increase in money supply. It resulted in increase in cost of production and thus there was rise in prices. Another reason for the need for new economic policy was the poor performance of public sector undertakings. Now, we had seen during the planning period, the leading role was given to public sector. The public sector's motive was public welfare and not to maximize their profit. Due to this, even though they were incurring huge losses, they continued to function. They were not able to meet their revenue nature expenditure, which was bared by the government. That further resulted in increase in government borrowings. These were few reasons why there was the need of new economic policy. In the year 1990, when we were not having sufficient funds, the government of India went to the International Monetary Fund, that is IMF, for the borrowings. The IMF, they suggested India to adopt new economic reforms under which they should adopt liberalization, privatization, and globalization. And thus, the government of India in 1991, they adopted new economic reforms under which they adopted liberalization, privatization, and globalization.